And TRT World Defense Analyst Oubai Shahbandar joins us now in the studio. Good to see you. Now, you're just back from the Karabakh area. Tell us what you saw, what the families that you spoke to told you.
Well, Maria, we were right there on the front lines, in the trenches, in the mud, in the freezing cold with the soldiers. And we also had the opportunity to go to these villages that are right there along the line of contact. That's the no man's land area between Azerbaijan and Armenia. At some point, we were just tens of meters away from the Armenian military positions. So we spoke with some of these families that have been resettled in these villages on the Azerbaijan side. They used to live in the Karabakh region. That's the occupied region by the Armenian military forces. They were forced out of their homes, and they were telling us on how they want to eventually go back. And very much the memory of the Khojala massacre, this horrific massacre that happened in 1992, is on the minds of not only every survivor of that massacre, but every Azerbaijani that we spoke with, whether it was a civilian or a military official. The Azerbaijanis tell us they want Karabakh back. It's about 20% of Azerbaijani territory. The Armenian military is very much entrenched. And even though fighting broke out briefly for a few days 2 years ago, both sides are essentially dug in their trenches, in their defensive positions, in a very dangerous game of that may eventually erupt into war if diplomacy doesn't work.
And how likely is that? I mean, it was just 2 years ago since the last flare-up.
Well, every Azerbaijani that we spoke with on the government side and on the military side tells us they want to avoid war. They want to find a diplomatic solution. They would allow the Armenians that are living in Karabakh to stay. It's not an ethnic issue, according to the officials in Baku that we spoke with. But the Azerbaijani military, you can very much tell that this modernization effort that President Aliyev instituted is very much in play. Billions of dollars have been spent to significantly upgrade the military equipment of Azerbaijan. They're buying from Russia, they're buying from Turkey, and from other places. There's definitely a real sense that the Azerbaijani military is prepared for either a possible Armenian attack or to liberate their occupied territory, as they tell us.
Okay.
But hopefully diplomacy wins out at the end of the day.
So talk to me a bit more about diplomacy and geopolitics. Who's supporting who? What's Turkey's role? What's Azerbaijan's role? And why are they ignoring 3 UN resolutions telling them to stop?
Well, it's been a 3-decade conflict. It's one of the most complex conflicts in the Caucasus region. Over 30,000 have been killed. 3 UN resolutions, as you said, have been passed, essentially declaring the Armenian occupation of Karabakh as being illegitimate and against international law. Previous rounds of negotiations between Armenia and Azerbaijan have really went nowhere. The Armenians are receiving a significant amount of support from Russia, from the Russian military and Russian military subsidies that are offered to the Armenians, and also from the Armenian diaspora that significantly provides a lot of financial support to the breakaway region in Karabakh that's supported by the Armenians. So very little incentive on the Yerevan side to negotiate. They're still holding on to Karabakh. The Azerbaijanis are hoping that diplomacy prevails, but it was very clear when we went to the front lines as both militaries are locked in a deadly game of brinkmanship, that the artillery and the rockets could break out at any point.
Okay, Oubai, thanks so much for that update. That was Oubai Shahbandar, TRT World's Defense Analyst. Thank you.